Hey there guys, how are you? So before we dive into your questions in this all new Q&A Ask Anything, I first want to show you something pretty cool. Watch this. Make my day. Good girl. Yeah, she plays dead. It's pretty awesome. Alright, I just had to show you guys that. By the way, I got a new dog, if you couldn't tell by now, and she's pretty awesome. So anyway, guys, this Q&A is brought to you by Jimmy Kimmel, and Halloween has come and passed. But get ready for an awesome Halloween special over on Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel. Annotation right here. Click it, check it out. It's called I Told My Kids I Ate All Their Halloween Candy. It's where these little kids, they go out in the cold, rainy night. They go up to these strangers' houses, taking a risk with their lives to get Halloween candy. And then the next day, their parents hide it, and they're like, yeah, we ate it all. And the kids cry on camera. It's pretty awesome. And I can see myself doing that to my kids one day. Except I'm going to wear my Bane mask when I do it and be like, I ate all your candy. I'm sorry. And then my kids just look at me with disappointment. And then they don't love me anymore. So yeah, check that out over on Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. And tell him Johnny the Bane Flickster sent ya. Let's dive into your questions. Alright, so the first question up, and it's a big question. John, what do you think about the Marvel announcement of all their upcoming movies? Well, yeah, I meant to make a movie news video all about that last week over on the Flickpick channel, but things got a little bit hectic in life. And by hectic in life, I mean I just started watching Game of Thrones on TV for the first time ever. I got addicted, things went crazy, and I'm on season 3 right now, and I love it. Yeah, so that's what happened. So let me answer this question as quickly as I can, because there's so much to cover. Here it goes. Captain America Civil War coming out in 2016. Now, this is one big epic storyline in the comic books, and I'm curious to see how they're going to cram all that into a 2-hour movie. I'm just wondering if they're going to give us that actual big Civil War battle by the end of the movie between all the superheroes. Because if that goes down, that could almost be bigger and better than Avengers Part 2. And I'm curious to see if they actually give us that or give us blue balls by the end of the movie and tease us and put it somewhere else. Doctor Strange starring Benedict Cumberbatch, in my opinion. Perfect casting choice for Doctor Strange. Joaquin Phoenix would have been awesome, but, you know, I guess he didn't want to do it. And then you have Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. Love the first movie. And the second movie, as long as they give us something like the first movie, you know, a big space adventure movie, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait, and that comes out in 2017. And also in 2017, you have Thor, Ragnarok. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but it feels so right. Anyway, in my head, I think this is based off the comic books from like 2006. I think Ragnarok he's almost like a clone of Thor that Tony Stark and Ant-Man create to help in the Civil War battle, but he's like a cyborg. Yeah, he's basically Terminator mixed with Thor, and he's a bad guy. So if that's the villain of this movie, that would be awesome. And then you have Black Panther. For the first time ever, we get to see Black Panther up on the big screen. And I'm curious to see how this goes down. Now, this is starring the guy who was in Jackie Robinson, the baseball movie. And I think he's a good casting choice. And Black Panther is kind of a badass. So I hope the movie's good. And then we have Avengers Infinity War Part 1. Now, I could have told you 5 years ago that the Avengers Part 3 would be split into 2 movies. Why? You're going to make more money, and you're going to have a big epic conclusion. Why not give it all the screen time you possibly can? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm just hoping, and here's my only hope with movies that get split into 2 parts, that the first movie is good enough to stand on its own. Like, it doesn't build you up and let you down because you're just like, now I gotta wait a year for the conclusion. You know, this movie should fulfill you and then get you excited for the next movie. Then you have Captain Marvel coming out in 2018. This is kind of an interesting choice for like a comic book movie. They're like, Black Widow? No. Hulk? Nah. Captain Marvel? Hell yeah. But you know what? It could be a fun time, and yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see who they cast as Captain Marvel. And then you have Inhumans coming out in 2018 also. Now this, for me, in my opinion, this is kind of like the X-Men for the current Marvel Disney universe, because they can't get the Fox X-Men. They don't own the rights to it. So they're like, we need some kind of mutant hero team up. Put the Inhumans in there. And I know very little about the Inhumans, but from everything I know, it sounds like it could be an interesting comic book movie, and it's something different. And then, in 2019, we get the epic conclusion to all this shit. We get Avengers Infinity War Part 2. Now, I'm hoping this movie's awesome, and it just blows my melon wide open. You know, finally, the Avengers go up against Thanos, and I'm hoping some shit goes down. I'm just curious to know, who do you think is going to kill Thanos? Do you think it's going to be Drax the Destroyer? Because I've heard rumors that they're joining the Avengers at one point, so it would just make sense if Drax the blah 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 blah. It's late. I've been up playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare all night. My eyes are bleeding, aren't they? John, which movie do you think is worse, Batman and Robin or Superman Returns? Okay, artistically speaking, Superman Returns is a well-made, well-put-together film, and it shows emotion when it needs to, and Batman and Robin's just a collage of shit thrown at the wall to sell toys. That's all that movie is. But, with that said, Batman and Robin is entertaining for all the wrong reasons. Superman Returns, it just makes me tired. That movie just puts me to sleep. Superman doesn't throw one punch in the movie, and it's tiresome and gloomy to watch. So I hope that answered your question in one way or another. You must watch The Big Bang Theory. I do every once in a while watch The Big Bang Theory. Now, I did a Blu-ray review for like season 7 of The Big Bang Theory a couple weeks back. It's one of those shows, and this is what I said before, it's one of those shows where you're eating something, like you're eating dinner, and you just want something to watch. You want something for your eyeballs to do. So you turn on The Big Bang Theory, your brain goes numb, and you watch these guys make all these comic book nerdy movie references, and I appreciate things like that. But it really, in reality, is just one of those shows where nothing really matters and nothing ever changes. And I'm okay with that. It's feel-good TV. Hey, Johnny boy, what's your favorite Arnold movie? Flick of all time? Mine is Predator. Love that movie. Oh, man. Where do you begin with favorite Arnie movies? That's a video I should just make sometime. But, I don't know. I would say his best movie that he's in overall would be Terminator 2. But movie that best gives you the most Arnie... Total Recall, maybe? Like, he says so many cheesy one-liners in that movie. Put it in your nose and don't stop till you hear the crunch. Screw you! It just keeps going and going in that movie. So if you want some Arnie one-liners, watch Total Recall. Yo, John Pussy Galore, I like that name. Name some movies you shouldn't watch with your parents. Oh shit, Nymphomaniac maybe? That would be awkward. I remember watching Titanic with my mom in the theater, and when Kate Winslet took her top off and Jack drew her, she paid him 10 cents to draw her, it was a little awkward as a young man. I'm a Swede here. If only you could choose one, which would you pick? The Dark Knight or T2? Keep up the great work. Oh shit, man. Terminator 2 or The Dark Knight? I choose death. I choose death. As big of a Batman fan as I am, I think T2 did things for the action genre no other movie has done, and it set the bar so high, but The Dark Knight also did the same thing. That's one question I just simply can't answer. I think that's a first. I can't do it. Alright, the next question is, what would be your top 3 best advice for starting a YouTube channel? Not necessarily about movies, but just in general. Love your videos. They make me laugh every time. Thanks. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Some advice for starting a YouTube channel. Well, you want people to watch your videos, so make videos that are maybe topical starting out. You know, make topical videos. That way people who don't know who the hell you are come to YouTube, search for that, and they might come across your video and they're like, yeah, I like this guy, subscribe. Also, just be personable. If you can, be funny, be entertaining, be informative, and you don't necessarily have to be an expert at any one of those things. Just try to use those tools and put them all in your video. And, you know, look what other people are doing on YouTube. You know, I don't know what kind of channel you want to start. If you want to do like a workout channel, a movie channel, a vlog channel, you know, just look at other people on YouTube that are doing these things, that are successful at it, and just take little notes and be like, okay, that's what's working for them. I'll try that. And also, decent production value always helps. You know, light up your videos, make them interesting, do something visually cool to, you know, basically YouTube, the people watching YouTube, generally speaking, they have an attention span of about 12 seconds. If you can't entertain them in that 12 seconds, they're going somewhere else. Alright, the next one is, have you ever had social anxiety? I wouldn't say I've had social anxiety. I can put up with being around a lot of people, but I have anxiety about other things, like doing a lot of tasks. Like, if I know there's a day where I have to do all these different things, I just know it's going to be a pain in the ass, I almost just lay in bed until, like, the last second in the fetal position, just being like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, and at the last second, I just pop up, and I listen to epic music, and I get everything done. Yeah, that's how I am. I just generally wait until the last second to do things I don't want to do. That's how I've always been. Like, even in high school, I remember having like a project where I had to write like a 15-page paper. I started on it the evening before it was due. But you know what? I work better under pressure. So that's just how I am. That's how I have to do it. And I procrastinate a lot, we'll just put it that way. Whatever happened to Flick Video Games, your other YouTube channel? Alright, so a year ago I had another YouTube channel. I only made like 5 or 6 videos on it, and it was going to be a gaming channel. Now, at the time, I was kind of back into video games just a little bit, and, you know, right now I'm just a casual video gamer. Like, I bought an Xbox One just to play Call of Duty with a few buddies of mine. But, you know, as far as video games go, like I said, I'm a very casual gamer, but as far as movies go, I'm more passionate about that. That's why I make videos on my Flickster channel, my Flickpick channel, about movies most of the time, and that's what I like to do. That's what I can get behind, and I want to do it. And if I'm not passionate or motivated to do something, I just don't do it. And that's why Flick Video Games just kind of just fizzled off. Now, what does that mean for the future? Well, I don't know. Right now, I just don't have enough time to dedicate to playing video games consistently enough to run a channel just showing game footage. But with that said, I will be starting Twitch eventually. I'm only going to play like Call of Duty and maybe a few other games every once in a while. And it's not going to be an everyday thing. It's just going to be like maybe a few times a week. So yeah, when I start that, I'll let you guys know. Hey John, have you ever seen the movie The Blues Brothers 1980? It's one of my favorites. Of course, that was a great police chase. They have like 25 cop cars all crash. Awesome movie. John Belushi, love ya. Alright. Make It's Gonna Get a Little Bit Dark, a little bit creepy, but that's okay t-shirts. I'm just really curious if anybody would actually pick those up. Would you pick up a t-shirt that says, it's gonna get a little bit dark, it's gonna get a little bit creepy, but that's okay? John, are you excited to see Interstellar? Yes, I'm very excited, and actually tonight, I'm driving an hour away to a shitty little movie theater in a small little town that has shitty seats from the 1980s, and they all smell like urine, to see Interstellar 2 days early. Why? Because, well, they're showing advanced screenings of Interstellar in actual film theaters. You know, everything went to digital now, so you have to drive further away to an actual film where they show, you know, 35mm film projecting on the screen. So that's what I'm doing tonight to see Interstellar 2 days early. Yeah, I just know it's going to be really uncomfortable in that theater. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I'm almost not. All right, I need to lean back. I need to relax. Everyone just relax. Let's all just stretch out, shake your arms. All right. The next question is, actually looks like more of a statement, but I'm going to read it because it's a good one. It's amazing how YouTube videos can impact life. Someone who struggles with depression turns to videos such as John's to brighten their day. Amazing, that is what these YouTube communities of film reviewers is about. It's more than watching videos, it's about making each person's day a little bit brighter. Powerful stuff. I agree with you, man. Yeah, you know, sometimes it is more than just making a video and talking about movies. Sometimes it's like connecting with people and speaking about a common interest. And I'm not gonna lie, I watch a lot of other people's YouTube videos, and it makes my day a little bit better. And it almost brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? Why can't we all just hug right now? It's okay. It's okay. We're still men. All right, let's keep going here. Answer a few more questions. Love your videos. What is your favorite Mountain Dew flavor? And if you didn't know, 7-Eleven has an exclusive flavor called Solar Flare. Have you had it? What the fuck does Solar Flare Mountain Dew taste like? Matthew McConaughey's sweat? If it did, I'd drink it. No, I haven't tried it. I like Livewire, but Mountain Dew anymore. I do occasionally like it, but I just can't handle it anymore. It's like it burns away at your esophagus, starts melting your brain matter. It's almost too strong. It's like battery acid. But sometimes you just love it, and it wakes you up and makes you feel better about everything. So yeah, Solar Flare. I need to check that out. I don't have a 7-Eleven in my town. I think we got rid of all of them. Yeah, I think we did. Alright, let's scroll down here and find one more question. Okay, let's do this one. John, if you weren't making YouTube videos, what would you be doing with your life? That's a good question. In all honesty, I don't know. I remember starting to make YouTube videos 4 years ago. I seen other people talking about movies online or on YouTube, and I was like, I think I can do that too, so I gave it a shot. And in my opinion, it paid off. You know, I did it for many years, and, you know, I busted my ass making YouTube videos. I still do. And I spend a lot of time on these videos. I mean, you don't think so sometimes, but when you see like a 5-minute movie review, that was 4 hours. Like, easily 4 hours. Yeah, it has paid off in a lot of ways. For example, you know, 4 years ago, I still lived at home with my parents. And if you told me, you know, a few years later I get to fly out to LA to interview Sean Bean because I make YouTube videos, I'd be like, no, dude, you're a liar. You're a liar. So, that's exactly how I would have said it too. So yeah, you know, as far as YouTube goes, it is basically my life. I spend all day doing something with YouTube. So, watching videos, making videos, editing videos. So, shit. I don't know what I'd be doing. Delivering pizzas? That's a brain buster, man. That's crazy. I really don't know what I would do if I wasn't making YouTube videos. So yeah, I'm gonna contemplate that for the rest of my day. And by the way, guys, once again, thanks for coming to the Q&A, dropping some questions. And by the way, once again, ask anything and everything you want to down below. I'll answer it next week. And also this week, I did a few live Q&As with you guys. They were each an hour long, so those are on my channel also. If you missed them, they're there, they're uploaded, check them out. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.